Welcome to our real life morning kitchen. It's always a little bit crazy. I am eating one of my favorite, especially in the cold months, prep ahead breakfast. Baked oatmeal. It is delicious warm. I just toss it in the toaster. I've loaded it up with Greek yogurt and nut butter. I'm gonna eat this and drink my coffee while I get everyone out the house. But here is how I prepped it ahead at the weekend, and you can find the recipe on the blog linked below. Welcome back to The Whole Home. I am Kezia, and I'm going to take you along as I make one of my favorite prep ahead, very, very simple breakfasts, and that is a baked oatmeal. This is one that takes just a few minutes to make, and then you can eat it warm, put it in the freezer, put it in the fridge, load it up with whatever you want. But it is a great, easy make ahead breakfast recipe that I love, especially when the mornings are colder or when they're really rushed and I need to just grab something, toast it, and go. In busy days, I have absolutely eaten this for lunch and dinner as just a great nutritious option. You can throw nut butters and fruit and yogurt or whatever on the top, or grab it as it is, drizzle over some chocolate sauce. We do all kinds of things with it, but this is the base recipe. Today I have some blueberries. We're gonna make a blueberry baked oatmeal. We don't actually tend to eat a ton of berries through the year. We tend to eat them a lot when they're in season and then just wait until the next berry season rolls around. But I have some frozen ones, so that is what is gonna go in today. But the recipe is so customizable. Do it how you want. It's about a 5-minute recipe that it's gonna go in the oven for about half an hour, and we're done. So I'm gonna grab some eggs from the ducks, preheat the oven, and we will make it.
We added 5 ducks to our garden this year, and we absolutely love them far more than we thought we would. We have 4 girls, and so we get about 4 duck eggs each day. People often talk about them as being quite different from chicken eggs, but in cooking, we have actually not noticed any difference so far, and we cook them every different way, and we love them.
We're only gonna need 2 eggs for this recipe, so I'm gonna pop the rest away.
This one really is so simple and very flexible, so you can use what you have. But we're gonna start with 2 cups of yogurt. This is a natural organic yogurt, but you can use a Greek yogurt, a dairy-free yogurt, or actually a dairy or nut milk as well. But that is the base of the liquid that we're gonna use.
Duck eggs. Any eggs work.
Into that yogurt, we're going to crack 2 eggs, and these will bind it all together so that you can make a nice slice of oatmeal. These are obviously duck eggs, but chicken eggs will work too, just the same. And then we're going to put in here our other liquid flavorings. So this is some vanilla bean paste or extract. I like to do an organic and fair trade one, but whatever vanilla you have. And then the honey should go in at this point too, or maple syrup. I actually forgot, but we're going to add it later, and it's going to work just fine. You can really use any oats. I think that porridge oats or quick oats work best. They're a little bit more broken down, and so you get a more cakey texture, which I think gives a better final result. But rolled oats will work fine too. You'll just have a slightly less cakey texture. So we're going to put in 4 cups of those. And this whole recipe can also be halved and cooked in a loaf tin, which is also a great and easy way to do it for more like 3 to 4 servings. Along with the oats, we're going to add some baking powder to make it all nice and fluffy and cakey, and a good pinch of salt. You could also add other spices if you want at this point for a different flavor. You could put in cinnamon or nutmeg or anything like that. You can throw in anything that you want. We're going to mix that together, but then save mixing in the blueberries till right at the end. The more the blueberries get mixed, the more they're going to turn the whole batter slightly grey once they're cooked. So if you can put them in frozen, that will actually give the kind of cleanest cake, but ultimately it doesn't matter. It's not really going to change the flavour. This is where I realised I forgot to pop in the honey, so we're just stirring that through at the end before we pop in the blueberries.
Put in the blueberries.
And we're just going to fold in the blueberries. You can use a different fruit, you can throw in chocolate chips or nuts, and we're just going to give that a quick stir through, and it is ready to bake. These are not completely frozen, so we're just going to give them a minimal stir to distribute them through the batter, and it is ready to bake. You can line the pan or not line the pan, probably depending on what it is. If you're using more of a cake tin or loaf pan, you might want to line it so you can pull it out easily. I'm using a ceramic baking dish, and I will just cut and slice it in the dish and take each slice out as we use it. So I'm not actually going to line it. And then we're popping it into a 180 degrees Celsius oven. You'll want to pull that down a little bit if it's a fan assisted oven, but mine is not, so we're sticking at 180. And then I'm going to hop out into the garden and get some things done while it cooks. We're coming to the end of the main gardening season, and our garden has been a little neglected with life being busy, so I took this warm autumn moment to hop out there and pull out our green beans, take down the dried pods, and save some of those seeds for next year.
Done some gardening and it is ready to pull out.
Depending on the dish and how deep it is, it's going to take different amounts of time, but we're looking for it to be golden brown on top and just springy to the touch all the way across.
A yummy baked blueberry oatmeal ready to load up with whatever we want to load it up with.
This really is one of my personal favorite breakfasts, and you can serve it straight from the pan like that. Warm it is delicious, or cool it, slice it, and store it in the fridge or freezer.
It is so gooey and perfect and delicious. Look at this. We loaded up with nut butter, yogurt. It honestly tastes better than it should, being what it is. It's so simple, but it is so delicious. So good. And that is it.